Evening all, it's Mark here from the Tipping Times, and today hopefully this will be a quick video to show you how to create two key filters, first half goals and second half goals, so that you can also yourselves find the winners that you've been seeing me tweeting recently since the weekend. So without further ado, I'll assume you've logged into Quick Stats through the Quick Stats menu on the blog at the Tipping Times. If you're logged in, you will have your username here. Just going to scroll down. Okay, so when you log in, you've got obviously all the game cards appear as you scroll down the page. And you can see this 1,706 loaded up at the moment between now and the weekend. This is all saved filters, what we've already saved. So we're going to create a new one. So you click on this little down arrow here because you want to open the filters. Alright, so let's call this, and we'll do first half first, which makes sense. Public first half goals. I like to change this to 6 months for certain things, or 12 months for others. I will leave 12 months for this. Type of stats to include home versus away, current competition. I tend not to touch that because I just want to see what the home side is doing at home and the away side is doing away in that league. Fixtures to include, we'll leave that as is. So I don't want to see anything that's finished. Just show me everything that's either in play or coming up. Okay, I'm going to include all competitions. I'm not going to play about with form. Not touching the fixture score. This is quite a straightforward filter. All conditions. In here, you can put anything. This is your master filter essentially for what percentage ranges you want to pick out. So for example, if you want to restrict the filters to show you far less games, then you put higher numbers in the minimum. So for example, if you put 90% for any market choice in the minimum, so you can see it's between 90 and 100, then that would only show you the far fewer games as opposed to you putting 50 to 100. So for the purposes of this, I'm just going to pop it at 70 there. I'm not going to play with values or these, but this is what we need to do now. The filter per market. So remember, this is a first half goal filter, and I'll do another one straight after this as a second half goal filter. So we're going to select. In the search box, it's grayed out, so it's showing you everything because we've got 120 markets at the moment. It will be a lot more than that within a short space of time. Click on here. We're going to do over. So if you type in over to give you the over 0.5, 1.5, 2.5 goals, etc., then you click on this is first half. So over 1.5 first half. Once it's selected, it turns green. Over 1.5 first half. Sorry, that was over 0.5 first half. And then obviously, well, not obviously, but when I'm looking for a game for goals, I like there to be a high percentage of over 2.5 goals in the game when I'm looking for goals by half. So you can click on this as well if you want, entirely up to you. But now what this filter will give us everything over 70% for over 0.5 first half, over 1.5 for first half, and 70% chance of over 2.5 goals for the match. Scroll down a little bit and close it. And then we're back to the main filter page here. This little option is only show selected markets above. So if you just want to see the markets you've chosen, change this to yes. If you leave it as no, you get everything back for games that meets these criteria. So I'm going to change it to yes. Once again, that's personal preference, because you could have games that meet that criteria that have good corner stats in them, for example. And that's it, I think. So we're going to, we've just created, a basic public first half goal filter that you can save to this drop-down list. You can see it's not there at the moment, yeah? There's no public first half goal list there, because we're in the process of creating it, we haven't saved it. So once I click save, you get the pop-up which says it's been saved. Close that. And then you drop down. There he is. So the next time you log in, you can just pick any of the filters, click on it, and it will load up all the games that are on quick stats for the criteria that you've selected. So let's do exactly the same for second half goals, or not necessarily exactly the same, but close to the same. So we clear the filter. Don't worry, if you clear, it doesn't mean you delete the filter. The only way you delete the filter is by, once you've chosen it from here, it's thinking at the moment, but you actually have to hit delete, which is grayed out now. So by clearing the filter, it doesn't mean that you delete it. So you can see it's still there, public first half goals. So let's do another one for second half goals. Public second half goals, keep it for 12 months, keep that the same. We'll do, it's exactly the same process, guys, but we're just going to change this. Oh, sorry, wrong box. So we put 70 in here. Click on the markets, like we did, and what the search box does is it saves your last search. So if you're making multiple filters, it's really helpful because you can see it over, it still saves there. So now we're doing second half, so you can do over 0.5 second half. It's gone green, and then we'll go over 1.5 second half. That will go green, and we'll again add the over 2.5 goals. And that's green. And then we close it. Only show selected markets, yes. That's just a me thing, to be honest with you. You can leave it as no. You need to play about with these to find what suits you best. Display modes, cards or grids. I'll save this one as grids so you can see the difference. And it's already loaded up because you can see it populated on the bottom. Okay, so we've got it public second half goals, 12 months, home and away, looks okay. I'm just going to save that now. And I'll just show you once it's saved. There you go. It's saved. Close. I'm going to minimize this now. So these are all your filter sections here, obviously. But when you don't want to see them, you just click that arrow again. So this is my public second half goals list. You can see this is in grid format. So you've got a column of over 0.5 second half, over 1.5 second half, and over 2.5 goals. NA means that it's less than 50%. So just to show you, let's go to the public first half goals, the differences. There may not be anything popping up here now in play, but you can see the difference at least, because this is a card format now. So that this game has just picked up the over 2.5, not necessarily the first half goals. This one has picked up the over 0.5 first half. So I hope that helps. There's lots more good talk about, but I want to keep this short and sweet so you can get on with creating multiple filters. And that's it, guys. I'll be back. There's lots more to talk about, the quick stats and the tool and what it can do for you. There's so much more that we haven't even touched yet. So hope you found this really helpful for creating not just multiple filters, but first half goal filters and second half goal filters. You can also, on all of them, just click export. Once you've exported it, it downloads. You click it up there, and all of a sudden, there you go, it's loaded. You have got, what were we on? We were on first half goals? Yeah. You've got essentially a list of first half goals as a CSV file that you can play around with based on the percentages that you wanted, or that you bet on, or that you prefer. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll post some more videos soon. And once again, I hope this has helped. Any questions, just get in touch by replying to this video or email me on thetippingtimes@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Mark signing out.